Hey, how are you? I hope you had a good weekend. I had a great weekend. I was in New York City for the Congressional Black Caucus PAC, the Political Action Committee retreat. And it was an amazing time to be with Black Caucus members and DC folks who are just getting out of here to take a break and also learn from each other and see what our map looks like for this year and strategize and just connect with members. It's a wonderful time. I love going. Um, Shout out to the CBC PAC committee for, I said it twice. Shout out to them for putting on a wonderful weekend. It was just a wonderful time. Now, with that being said, we were in New York City. I was staying in Midtown. I just want you to take a look at what I experienced in Midtown. Live footage from me. I'm clearly a hater, right? Like I'm a Sixers fan. The Sixers got swept. It was just bad. It wasn't great. The Knicks hadn't won a championship since 1973. The Sixers haven't won since 1983. Um, you know, when it's a long time coming, you can relate. So I relate to the excitement. And eventually you get to you can't beat up Jordan. And so, there was literally nowhere you could go Saturday night in the city without people lining up, getting ready to go into bars. I mean, people were starting to line up at noon. We were still in our sessions. It was mayhem, but it was fun. And no one really gave me a hard time. Like they kept trying to ask me to buy shirts and hats, and I was like, I'm a Sixers fan. I'm bitter. No, thank you. And I was bitter to the very end, but when they won, it was fun. I was like, oh, it's actually really nice to be in the city for this moment because it's just, we have been through so much as a country that we have to take our joy when we can. And even when it's not our own team, because, people were in my DMs like, are you cheering for the Knicks? I'm like, I'm not cheering for the Knicks, but when they won, it was exciting. They had like 4 seconds to go to see if they were going to make it. And it was cool, especially because New York doesn't like Trump. And Trump came to that last game and they lost. So they were like, stay away. Don't go to San Antonio. Don't do nothing. We want to win. And New Yorkers, like, it was cool. So I was happy to be there for that moment. I also was able to go to a play on Broadway. And it was just a lot happening. Like, I've never been around that many people in my whole life. Like, yeah. So to that end, never again want to hear any Philadelphia Eagles slander. Never again. Because we do not compare to what I witnessed this weekend. We just don't. Also, New York is, the biggest city in the country. So there's that, like the most populated city. So we just can't even compare in size to the fandom because there are 9 million people in New York. And we're not counting the people from Jersey who came in, people from Connecticut, people from all over. I have friends from all over who are fans. So no. But I will say it was nice to see them win. I always like an underdog. So the one thing though that I was not happy about is that I missed them taking the Trump sign off of the Kennedy Center. Take a look if you missed it. I wanted to be one of the people down there screaming and cheering. Like, I just like I said, I went to a Broadway play. I love plays, I love shows. It is one of my things. And, I was really upset that I wasn't there. Very happy it happened, to be clear. Very happy it happened. But, very upset I wasn't there for that. So that was one thing that happened this weekend. What else happened this week? I got notes. Yesterday, or I guess it was a few days ago, was Obama Appreciation Day because there was more. Somebody's birthday was happening over this weekend, and we've reclaimed it as Obama Appreciation Day, which I love. And then someone had the gall, this man that this WWE madness that's going on at the White House that nobody. I mean, I saw someone on Thread say that is so ghetto, and I was like, yeah, it's real ghetto. Somebody was talking about our forever first lady. I'm not even repeating it, but I really loved that today I woke up to all this love for Michelle Obama on my timeline. Y'all not gonna listen here. The fact that you are still coming at this president and his wife who haven't been in office for almost 10 years now. He left in January of 2027, and you all cannot keep the Obama name out of your mouths. What is going on? The haterade is strong. Shout out Mary J. Blige. It's hateration. Oh, I make myself laugh sometimes. So that happened. So, and look, this week is a huge week for the Obamas. The Presidential Library is opening in Chicago. There are going to be thousands of people celebrating the Presidential Library opening. It will be some of the people the Obamas love the most, their closest family, friends, their VIPs. And then the alumni are going between us from the campaign and the administration. It's going to be a time this week. Ooh, MAGA's going to have a meltdown. Oh, man, I can't wait to see it. We're going to have a lot to talk about this week, aren't we? So if you're going to the opening this week, be careful, be safe. I was going to try to make it, but I've got too much going on. But I will be in Chicago next month, so I look forward to seeing the opening and just being able to celebrate the history. And I think it'll be an amazing time. It'll be a great time for us to get together and just have moments of joy, because y'all know with everything that's happened, like the only thing we can do at this point is be joyful and choosing the joy. Like I was saying to someone the other day, like joy really is resistance, because the Obamas can't even mind their own business before you're out here talking about them when they're not even in elected office. And like, dude, we've had how many iterations? Trump, Biden, Trump. Can we let it go? I want to sing the Let It Go by Frozen, but I can't sing, so I'm not going to do that to y'all. And then lastly, we have elections this week. We have the DC primaries and we have runoffs in Alabama. We have a mayoral primary in DC, so it's a hot race. So that'll be interesting. And then we have council races, congressional race. Shout out to Greg Jackson, a friend who I worked with in the Obama days. So he's got a big day ahead of him, and we've got a lot of great candidates in this race. So for all of these races, it should be an exciting time. I told you all June is filled with primaries. It is part of why I cannot do much more travel this week. And then we have the lovely Gigi Hayes in Alabama 52, which is in the Birmingham area. We've had the privilege of working with her. Her runoff is also this week, and we believe that Gigi will be victorious. So we're excited for her. When you talk about, I just met this woman earlier this year. When you talk about the type of candidate you want to work for that is like a good-hearted, good-souled person, is Gigi. So she's just that person that is going to really fight for the people, and she really has a solid heart. And you can see that in the people that she has around her, and the support the city has shown her. So it should be a good week. Well, I'm sure, given that this week has been a lot, we are going to have so much to talk about next week. So please make sure you like and share and subscribe so we can have more people involved in the conversation with us. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.